Nature has rules, or so we thought. Herbivores eat plants, predators hunt prey, birds migrate. But across the world, creatures are breaking the rules. Squirrels are hunting, leopards roam cities, birds skip migration, and even plants are catching prey. Life is adapting in ways we never imagined, clever, shocking, and sometimes downright bizarre. Today, we're counting astonishing examples of nature rewriting its own rules. California squirrels turn hunters. California ground squirrels have always been seen as harmless plant eaters. They spend their days hopping through fields, munching on seeds, nuts, and roots. Most people think of them as quiet, harmless creatures, just part of the background of nature. But scientists recently discovered something surprising. These squirrels had started hunting small rodents. They weren't just looking for food by chance. They were stalking, chasing, and killing live prey. A gentle herbivore had suddenly turned into a predator. Even more surprising is how fast this change is happening. It didn't take thousands of years or evolution. It's happening right now, probably because food is harder to find and the environment is changing. The squirrels are adapting in real time, showing clever and unexpected behavior that scientists had never seen before. This discovery reminds us that nature doesn't always follow the rules we expect. Even the most peaceful creatures can surprise us. And if squirrels can break the rules of their own kind, who knows what other secrets are hiding in the natural world, waiting to be discovered? Fish learn to walk on land. In the shallow waters of rivers and swamps, some fish are doing something that seems impossible. They are learning to walk on land. Using their fins in strange, limb-like ways, they can drag, push, and crawl across mud and rocks, exploring spaces that were once completely off-limits. Why are they doing this? The answer is survival. Many of their watery homes are shrinking due to drought, rising temperatures, and human activity. Ponds dry up, rivers recede, and fish that can't move to new water face certain death. By experimenting with land, these species are finding new ways to reach water, escape predators, and even hunt for food. It's evolution in action, happening in real time, not over millions of years. Watching these fish is like glimpsing a secret chapter in the story of life on Earth. Creatures once tied entirely to water are discovering the ground beneath their fins. Nature is reminding us that survival isn't about staying in the same place or following the same rules. It's about adapting, improvising, and sometimes walking where no fish has walked before. Incredible, isn't it? And we're just getting started. If you thought this was wild, make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next astonishing examples of nature breaking its own rules. Keep watching. The surprises only get stranger from here. Urban leopards thrive inside Indian cities. Leopards are supposed to live in forests, stalking through trees and grass, hunting deer and smaller animals. But in some Indian cities, these top predators are turning the rules of nature upside down. They are thriving not in forests, but inside bustling urban landscapes, dodging traffic, neon lights, and the constant presence of humans. How is this possible? Experts say it's largely due to habitat loss. As forests shrink and prey becomes scarce, leopards are forced to explore new territories. Surprisingly, cities offer an unexpected solution: food. Urban areas are full of stray dogs, livestock, and even human waste, easy pickings for a smart, adaptable predator. Leopards are learning to hunt at night, hide in parks, and navigate roads with remarkable caution, showing a level of intelligence and adaptability that most people would never expect from a wild cat. Their presence in cities is a reminder that nature is rarely predictable. These leopards aren't just surviving, they're thriving in an environment humans never imagined they could master. And their success challenges our understanding of what it means to be a wild predator. Sometimes, survival isn't about the forest. It's about finding opportunity in the chaos of human life. Octopuses use tools and escape like prisoners. Octopuses are among the strangest creatures in the ocean. Soft-bodied, boneless, and almost alien in appearance, they seem like they shouldn't be capable of complex thought. Yet scientists keep discovering that these invertebrates are problem solvers unlike any other. They use coconut shells and rocks as shelters, manipulate objects to protect themselves, and even open jars to get to food inside. Some have been observed escaping from aquariums, slipping through tiny gaps as if they were prisoners plotting their breakout. Why do they do this? Octopuses have short lifespans, often only a few years, and they face countless predators. Their intelligence appears to be an evolutionary survival tool. Every clever trick, every escape, every use of a tool increases their chances of surviving in a dangerous, ever-changing environment. Unlike mammals or birds, they don't rely on long social learning. They have to think, adapt, and act on their own, in real time. These creatures remind us that intelligence doesn't have a single form. It doesn't need bones, fur, or wings. Sometimes, it lives in the soft, squishy body of an octopus, quietly solving problems and defying the limits of what we thought life could do. Birds stop migrating and rewrite ancient routes. For thousands of years, birds have followed the same migratory routes, flying thousands of miles between breeding and wintering grounds. These journeys were etched into their instincts, a reliable rhythm of life. But recently, scientists have noticed a strange change. Some birds are skipping their traditional routes, stopping migration altogether, or creating entirely new paths. Why is this happening? The main reason seems to be climate change and human activity. Warmer winters mean food is available year-round in places that used to be inhospitable. Cities and farmlands now provide easy sources of seeds, insects, and shelter. Birds no longer need to risk dangerous flights over long distances when survival is possible closer to home. They are adapting in real time, rewriting ancient patterns that were once thought unchangeable. This change is astonishing because it shows how flexible nature can be. Instincts that seemed permanent are bending under pressure. These birds are not just surviving, they are rewriting the rules of life. And it makes us wonder, if creatures so dependent on routine can change, what else in the natural world might be quietly defying the patterns we've relied on for centuries? Giant pandas, backwards carnivores. Giant pandas look soft, slow, and harmless, the very picture of a peaceful herbivore. But if you look closer, you'll see a strange contradiction. Despite being part of the carnivore family, their diet is almost entirely bamboo. This plant is low in nutrients, so pandas must spend up to 14 hours a day grazing just to get enough energy to survive. Why do they do this? Evolution left pandas with the teeth and digestive system of a meat-eater, yet their habitat offered mostly bamboo. Over time, they adapted to survive on this poor diet, but their bodies never fully caught up. Their intestines and enzymes are still built for digesting meat, making their survival a constant struggle. Every bite of bamboo is a careful calculation, a reminder of nature's compromises and contradictions. Watching pandas chew, strip, and forage, you realize how strange and fragile life can be. Here's a creature perfectly adapted to eating what it shouldn't, thriving in a way that seems impossible. It's a living contradiction, a gentle giant with the heart of a predator, surviving in a world that doesn't quite match its biology. Nature, it seems, loves a paradox. Sharks entering freshwater rivers. Sharks are creatures of the deep saltwater oceans, hunters built for a world of currents, reefs, and endless blue. Yet, in recent years, some species have been spotted venturing into freshwater rivers, swimming miles inland, defying everything we thought we knew about their habitats. Why are they doing this? Scientists suggest several possible reasons. Some rivers are connected to the ocean through estuaries, and sharks may follow prey into these areas. Others might be searching for new hunting grounds as the oceans become overfished or warmer. These predators are demonstrating an incredible flexibility, ignoring the long-held rules that once defined where they can and cannot live. Seeing sharks in rivers is both shocking and mesmerizing. Creatures so specialized for the ocean are exploring environments that seem completely foreign to them. It's a reminder that survival sometimes means breaking the rules, adapting in ways no one expected, and thriving in unexpected places. When even apex predators start rewriting the map of their habitats, it's clear nature is far more inventive and unpredictable than we could ever imagine. Ants farming fungus with antibiotic defense. In the tiny world beneath our feet, some ants are quietly running their own organic farms. Leafcutter ants don't just gather leaves, they use them to grow fungus, which becomes their main food source. But it doesn't stop there. These ants have developed an extraordinary defense. They produce antibiotic-like substances to protect their fungus from harmful mold and bacteria. Why are they doing this? Survival. The fungus is their lifeline. If it becomes infected, the colony could starve. So, the ants act like tiny chemists, applying natural chemicals, trimming infected parts, and carefully tending to their crops. It's a level of planning, innovation, and foresight that seems almost human. Watching ants in action is like peering into a hidden laboratory where life has learned to manipulate biology on a miniature scale. They grow, defend, and maintain their food supply with precision that amazes scientists. In these underground farms, evolution has crafted creatures capable of engineering solutions to problems far beyond what we'd expect from insects. It's a vivid reminder that intelligence, strategy, and survival come in forms far stranger and smaller than we often imagine. Frogs surviving in toxic waste sites. Frogs are often seen as delicate creatures, tied closely to clean water and safe environments. Their thin skin and sensitive bodies make them vulnerable to pollution, yet some populations are thriving in places that would kill most life. In certain toxic waste sites, frogs have developed bizarre chemical adaptations that allow them to survive where no other amphibians can. How is this possible? Over generations, these frogs have evolved ways to neutralize or tolerate harmful chemicals in their environment. Their bodies can process toxins that would normally be deadly, letting them live, feed, and reproduce in places that seem impossible. It's not just survival, it's a dramatic rewriting of what we thought their limits were. These frogs are living proof that life finds a way, even in the most hostile conditions. What looks like devastation to us is just another challenge for evolution to overcome. In toxic, poisoned waters, these tiny amphibians quietly demonstrate nature's resilience and creativity, thriving against odds that seem insurmountable. They remind us that survival isn't about comfort, it's about adaptation, ingenuity, and sometimes embracing the very dangers that would defeat others. Brown bears, masters of the buffet. Brown bears are some of the largest predators on land, yet their diet is surprisingly flexible. They are true omnivores, shifting what they eat depending on the season. In spring, they graze on tender grasses and shoots. Summer brings berries, fruits, and nuts. Come fall, they turn to fish, small mammals, and even carrion, fattening up for the long winter. Why do brown bears eat such a varied diet? It's all about survival. Their habitats can change quickly, and food availability is never constant. By being adaptable, brown bears can thrive in mountains, forests, riversides, and even near human settlements. They don't just survive, they exploit every opportunity, becoming nature's ultimate foodies, always ready to switch menus based on what the environment offers. Watching a brown bear in action is like seeing a master chef at work, sampling from nature's buffet with precision and timing. Their choices are clever and calculated, each meal supporting their strength, health, and survival. Brown bears remind us that adaptability can be as powerful as raw strength. In a world that changes constantly, being able to eat anything, anywhere, anytime is one of nature's greatest survival tools. Carnivorous plants and fungi. When we think of predators, we usually picture animals, lions, wolves, or sharks. But some of the strangest hunters on Earth don't have legs, teeth, or even a brain. Carnivorous plants and fungi have evolved to survive in ways that seem almost alien. The Venus flytrap snaps shut on unsuspecting insects, digesting them with precision. The tiny Genlisea, or corkscrew plant, traps microscopic creatures, slowly absorbing their nutrients. Some fungi go even further, capturing nematodes or other tiny animals with sticky threads and chemical lures. Why do they do this? Many of these plants and fungi live in nutrient-poor environments, where the soil can't provide enough nitrogen or minerals to survive. To make up for this, they turn to meat, or at least protein, in the form of insects or microfauna. It's a clever adaptation, a way of bending the rules of life to stay alive. Watching these silent hunters in action is mesmerizing. They don't chase, run, or bite, yet they capture, digest, and survive in a way that seems almost magical. In their stillness, they remind us that life will always find a way, even in forms that defy what we expect from predators. That's all for today. So the next time you watch a squirrel, a bear, or even a tiny ant, remember, nature is always full of secrets, and some of its most extraordinary feats are happening right before our eyes. If you want to keep exploring the strange and amazing world around us, make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell, because the next mysteries are closer than you think.